Assalamualaikum. Today we will talk about the if statement in C. If statement is a decision making structure and it is used when there is a situation where you evaluate a condition and there are two set of statements. One set of statements are executed if the condition is true and the other set of statements are executed. These statements are optional when the condition is false. So it is a decision making structure. The flowchart diagram is like this. There is a condition. You check the condition. If the condition is true, then these statements are executed. This section of code will be executed. If the condition is false, there could be statements here and it is possible that there is no statement here. So decision making, it leads to two paths. Which path to follow? It depends on the result of the condition. If the condition is true, then we go to the different route, and if the condition is false, then different set of instructions are executed. Okay. To check a condition, to evaluate the condition, the relational operators are used. You compare two variables, you compare different values to see which one is greater, which one is small, and then you decide which one is greater, and then the specific instructions are executed. For example, you want to see if a student is passed or failed, then you will check if his marks are greater than the passing marks. If passing marks is 33 or 40 or 50, then you will check each student marks against 50. If it is greater, then you will display that it is, oh, congratulations, the student has passed the exam. If it is less than the passing marks, then the student has failed the exam. So first the condition is evaluated. If the condition is true, if the marks are greater than 50, then the message display will be congratulations, and if the marks are less than 50, then congratulations message is skipped, and then we will display another message that you are failed. So these relational operators are used. If you want greater than or less than, in C language we use it like this. This column shows how we will use this statement in C language. Not equal to, greater than or equal to. Okay, now we come to the structure of if statement. If statement, first there is a keyword if and then brackets. The condition is written inside the brackets, and after that we use the statement. Here there is only one statement, so brackets are not used. But if there are multiple statements inside one if condition, then the brackets are must. To specify where if statement is started and where it ended. Okay. So this is the flow chart. If age is greater than 18, then you display that you are eligible to vote. If it is not, you either leave it as it is, or you can, it's optional. You can display a message here that sorry, you are not eligible to vote. Try next time. Okay, now we'll see the example. Write a code in C that checks whether the number is entered is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then print big number. If condition is false, then it should terminate. So now we will write a program. So first we will start with header files. Then name, and then program builder. Now what does the program say? Write a code whether the number is entered is greater than 0. So you need a number. So you will initialize a variable, and then you will ask the user to write that number, to enter a number. Then you will scan that number. It's an integer number, so we will use %t, comma, address A. What the program says, we will check it again. We will check if the number is greater than 0. So this is the if statement. Now we will write if statement. If is the keyword, then brackets, and then this is the start of if statement, this is the end of if statement. Okay. So we write the condition here. What is the condition? If the number is greater than 0. What number? The number that user has entered. If a is greater than 0, if the number is greater than 0, then print big number. Print f big number. If condition is false, then it should terminate. So we don't need to write the else statement. So that's all for this program. We will save it and then we will execute it. Enter a number, this big number. We will execute it again to see if it's true. See, when I entered 0, this condition becomes false. 0 is not greater than 0. So this statement is skipped and the control passes to outside the if body here. There is no statement here, so the program terminated. Alright, so that was the program that was asked in that question. Now we will just see the next one. Okay, write a program that inputs marks up to 3 subjects. If the average of the marks is greater than 80, display congratulations. Okay, we will see this now. So we need marks of 3 subjects. Int subject 1, comma, subject 2, comma, subject 3. Alright. I will input all these marks in single statement. You can do it in 3 statements as well. Printf, enter the marks of 3 subjects. Scanf. Now you need marks of 3 subjects. So first new line, then percentage D, then tab, percentage D, then tab, percentage D. 1, 2, and 3. 3 marks, comma, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. You added the marks. Sorry. Okay, and also we need average. How we will calculate the average? The average equals to subject 1 plus subject 2 plus subject 3 and divided by 3. This is the average. Now we will check the value of the average. So first we can also print the average. Print f average is percentage f because it's a float and avg. You will display it. Then you will check if average greater than 80. Print f. What we need to print? Congratulations. Okay, this is the correct sign. And then this sign here. Terminator is missing. 45, 67, 89. Average is 67. So it's good. Now I will enter the marks which creates the average greater than 80. 79, 98, 88. So the average is 88. Congratulations. We can add the new line here. So the congratulations message is displayed on the next line. Okay, 88, 89 is added as well. Just so that's all for the if statement. Let's say if there is another problem. Program geography, write a program that needs to display the maximum. It checks whether the number entered is even or odd. Oh, that's a good one. So we will write a program that checks if the number is even or odd. How do we know a number is even or odd? If a number is divisible by 2, then it's even, and if it's not divisible by 2, then it means it's odd. So first we will ask a user to enter a number. Enter a number, scan f %d, comma a, and then we will see if a is even or odd. Alright, so if we divide a by 2 and the remainder is 0, then it is an even number, and if the remainder is not 0, then it is an odd number. So we will write the if statement. If a percentage remainder operator will be used here, %2 is equal to 0. If this is true, then it's a even number, and if it's false, now else printf odd number. What address is being used? 8 is the even number, and 21 is the odd number. Okay, so this was if statement. Okay, this is another example. Two integers and determine print if the first integer is a multiple of the second number. It's the same as the previous one. In the previous one, I used a mod 2 because even odd ke liye we check if it is divisible by 2. Here, if first number is the multiple of the second number, we will use a mod b. Rest of the program will be the same. Okay, that's all.